Yeah, listen up, it's Alyssa on the track. Feminism in my veins can't hold me back. I see your toxic comments, your chud verbosity. Making videos, notice my hypocrisy. But man, when I see your posts, yeah, it gets real. Some of you are wild, dangerous, what's the deal? Better leave me alone or I'll call your wife. Tell her you're a sexist, bro, canceling your f***ing life. Gamer game 2, now you bitches, this is just a front. I'll put you incels on a list, Colin to confront. YouTubers obsessed, making content everyone can see. But if they stop, no one else will ever notice me. You think it's a game, set my status to inactive. Put a nose ring through my septum so no one thinks I'm attractive. Tinted specs while I call a fight, showing off my class. Protect my extra chicks who gonna pull up, kick my bitch ass. I'll reply guys talking while I'm watching from behind blocks. Johnny and the rest, dumbass bitches think I'll suck their yeah, I've called you out, but you ain't stopping. Never met a problem that I couldn't fix by slut dropping. Gamer game 2, now you bitches, this is just a front. I'll put you incels on a list, Colin to confront. YouTubers obsessed, making content everyone can see. But if they stop, no one else will ever notice me. Got that little think Nick, formerly escapist. Little punk, do what I say or I'll call you a racist and trolls think you on gaming. You wanna but you're scared of my victim blaming. Hypnotic, will of the fans, Ryan, Roger, F.A. Crumb smash, JT for a why, won't you go away? I made it clear, bitch, I'm a bad mother liquor. But hey, Trace, call me, I'm the trash you need, Gamer game 2, now you bitches, this is just a front. I'll put you incels on a list, call them to confront. YouTubers obsessed, making content everyone can see. But if they stop, no one else will ever notice me. Yeah, I'm smart, I'm hot, I'm slutty. Please, somebody notice me.
Power of 1, the power of 2, the power of...
Get up to Papa Roach, please 182!
The power of 1, the power of 2, the power of...
He's gonna make a great stepdad for Jake.
I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people and maybe say it's not a good thing. With that, come f me physically, bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, because they're all pussies.
Yep.
Yo, why am I not full screen? That's why. Hello, everybody. Is anybody able to see me? Perhaps you can hear me. That would be nice. I'm not used to doing this all on my own. I'm used to having a panel. So, yeah, it's just me. Just me and you guys. Member stream. This is what we're doing. For some reason, my StreamYard is saying nobody is watching. So, I'm thinking that it's done something a bit wrong. Anyway, here I am, and it's weird to be full screen for this long, so I'm going to add Zelda to the stage, because I don't really know what else to do. I thought I would probably... Wait, what? I don't know. Are you fucking with me or not? Yeah, I can see and hear me, so we're fine, Okay, anyway, yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I thought I would just play a game. Fuck it. I mean, the purpose of this stream really is to talk to you guys, see what you're thinking about things, and how things are going. I'm just talking to myself, yeah. Maybe it sees a member stream as private. Yeah, probably. It's something like that. I don't know what it's saying, but whatever. I can see you guys in the chat, and I can see myself on a monitor, so that's helpful. So I do know it's working, at least. But yeah, this is it. Just chilling. Nothing particularly important going on. Just lots of news. We could talk about anything you want. There's been absolutely loads of stories this month. It's been crazy. It's probably the craziest month since Gamergate began, actually. And thank you, Divining Dragon. Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, we're all just kind of, I'm a bit mind blown lately. You know, it's just been a really crazy month, September. Like, it started off with just games coming out that kept bombing one after another, and then yeah, I'm just British. I also have a massive ring light in my face. That's what's up there, Simdal. That's all. I'm actually a little bit brown all the time now because of living in the Philippines. But yeah, the Endymion video. Yeah, I have actually. I have I transcribed it, and then I wrote a summary of it and used it because no one has reported on it yet, and I didn't want to just be reacting to someone else's video because it feels a bit cheap to me. I do it sometimes when it's like fit for purpose, but otherwise I'd just be trolling through his video. So I summarized it in a little article that I wrote, and I read it, and I reacted to that in a video that will be coming out in about 5 hours time, I think. Pretty sure. Let me just check. Let me see. I'm back into my channel. Yeah, there's a video coming out for me 3 a.m. Which will be 3 p.m. Eastern American time or 8 p.m. British time. Just reacting to that basically because I thought that what he had in that with his contacts at Ubisoft was so very, very important that it definitely needed to have a reaction. He seemed to have got more information even than Legendary Drops got. So that's fantastic. And also they were really going hard on the future of what's going on. The things that I heard from that were things like they're going to change. Yeah, of course, hard to verify, very hard to verify. But if true, you know, very positive in some lights, very negative in others. I mean, on the one hand, you've got a situation where I'm going to start this thing. I've got a situation where Ubisoft has basically been exposed. Everything we have suspected for months and months now is not only true, but like horrifyingly so. They are beyond capability. They haven't been able to see the world for what it actually is, and they still are reacting. It kind of talks about dev time too, because 2020 being the time when they decided to add Yasuke instead of whatever they had planned before that, means that, you know, 4 years is a long bloody time. In that time, we've seen, you know, marches in the streets for BLM to the total rejection of it, to a parody movie, or you know, Matt Walsh's "Am I Racist" coming out. The times have changed. Perhaps they haven't completely changed yet, but they're well on the way. And I mean, I'm heartened by all of it. But on the other hand, you can see them saying, you know, they're going to potentially be trying to hoodwink us in future. That was one part that really bothered me about the Endymion video, where he was saying that his source had told him that in future they will be basically deliberately marketing games as, number one, it's not woke, it doesn't have DEI, and then like when you play the game, it still has got DEI. So they're just going to flat out lie. I don't know if they're really going to do something like that though, because it sounds like you're facing, you know, false advertising charges. I don't know. It seems like that would be a major escalation, and ultimately it would just end up causing more trouble. And yeah, you're right, Simdal. The company culture at Ubisoft does seem to suffer from all of the things that we have kind of feared that it did the whole time, where, you know, you can't say anything, you can't criticize anyone. They've got what they call toxic positivity, which I love that term. I think it's a great term. There's so many applications for it. It's a great combat to almost anything that they bloody say as well. When they call you a chud, when they call you an incel, whatever. We've got our own term now. We don't need to put up with this, them and their toxic positivity, and they'll fucking hate the fact that it has the word toxic as part of it because they think they own that. You know, it's just going to be that, just that kind of little bit of vengeance for us, which I love. You know, we deserve it. We've been listening to this crap and putting up with this shit for absolutely years now. And so there you go. But yeah, it's a bit scary that they are gonna, instead of like proudly touting themselves for having DEI, they're going to be pretending like there is no DEI, and then you get in there and you're like, oh fuck, it's Dustborn. So yeah, I don't know. There you go. Oh my god, I'm getting hit galore. I'm rubbish at this now. I've been playing this game since I was like 7 years old, and I apparently suck now. Anyway, let's see what you guys saying. Dude, brother, game is certified to have an anti-DE factor of 7. Totes, trust us, brah, dude, brah. Has the situation with Rev changed at all? DramaticaLaur? No, I'm afraid not. Not at all. Not for me, anyway. I think I would have heard from Ryan or somebody if something had changed, and I haven't heard a damn thing. I don't know where Rev is. I'm hoping that, you know, nothing terrible has happened. I'm hoping that that he won't, you know, show, or we won't hear, or I mean, let's be honest, if the worst has happened, then we'll never hear it. We'll never hear about it because, well, we're not really probably relevant to his immediate contacts, you know, nearest and dearest loved ones and such, so we probably wouldn't hear it. I also would be kind of surprised, although I know he had a couple of episodes recently. He had to ditch out on one of the streams a little bit before we finished once, although it was 45 minutes over time because of it, and that's absolutely fair enough when you're dealing with something like that. So I really hope that's not happened. I mean, I really like Rev. I appreciate his contributions. I think he's a good foil for Ryan as well, while that allows me to be kind of a middleman rather than, you know, having the banter directly myself. But it's good shit. It's good. The two of them are fun together as kind of a double act, and then if that allows me to host, you know, which is what I'm trying to do. But beyond that, Rev just seems like a stand-up bloke, you know, just a good guy, good head on his shoulders. And I haven't watched enough of his streams to really see him tee off on anyone, and I feel bad about that, but I've just been so bloody busy lately. I haven't had time. Anyway, Eris Rhoda, Will, I was thinking to upgrade and join in. Not today, been feeling like crap from food poisoning. Shit, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Food poisoning is not funny. That's no joke, you know. I mean, it might be in movies and stuff, but it ain't funny. And yeah, you can upgrade anytime you want. Although I have actually just reset the tiers to drop the price a little bit. I felt like it was, yeah, a little bit steep. You know, I thought if I could get it to around about 1,000 Philippine pesos, that would be all right. And the best I could do for that was 1,200. But before it was set to 1,500. I didn't even realize it was quite as high as that. I thought it was less in dollars than it was. So I was like, oh shit, who the hell do I think I am? PewDiePie? You know? So yeah, you can go ahead and join, and then I'll be happy to send links out to anybody who wants to join the Sergeant Major tier. You'd be very, very welcome. And yeah, it will be that kind of thing where I want to have chats with you guys. We can talk, and you guys can kind of audit the channel a little too. I want to know what you guys think of, like how I'm doing and what I could do better, what you'd like to see, and because I'm doing this for you guys, you know. Yeah, of course I make some money at it, and that's really helpful. Let's get the chest first. Fuck you, Zelda. Oh well. Anyway, Ryan is an acquired taste. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a good guy though at his core. He just yeah, he says a lot of things for dramatic effect, but he also has been raised in a unique sort of situation, far from the madding crowd, so to speak. So, you know, I can't really blame him for having the opinions he has. It's kind of textbook. Oh, gotta have that water. I was gonna drink a gin and tonic while I was playing tonight, but I thought, maybe not the first one, you know? Just get to know each other a bit better. Anyway, yes, whatever, Zelda, I understand. I don't care what you're trying to tell me. For Christ's sakes, whatever it is, I've heard it all before. Anyway, what's that? Did I say Zelda doesn't have a chest? Ooh, Will Size King confirmed. Yeah, better believe it, baby. Yeah. Yeah, damn right. I mean, well, no, actually, there, I've had quite a wide range of in my career. And we're talking about tits, all right, not dicks. So before anyone tries to go there, yeah, but I think you need a solid handful, at least. Sorry, ladies, if you are listening and you're not so well endowed, but hey, there it is. Not everybody has to be Tifa, but it is appreciated when you are. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get the hell out of here with Princess Zelda before she inevitably gets kidnapped again. Yeah, so how you guys doing? You think Bman says he thinks Dobby rage quit. Yeah, this is what I think this is right. It was one of the things that Ryan had suggested. But he very much believes that YouTube took him out based almost solely on the fact that he was taken out before. Yes, I know, Zelda. It's not my first rodeo, okay? I beat this game last year. And like 20 times before that. DramaticaLaur, I've never played Zelda. What year did it come out? This one? This is Zelda 3. It came out... Jesus, when did it come out? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find out. Link to the Past. I think it was 97. But let's see. Oh, sorry, not 97. I was 7. Yeah, 1992. 1991 in Japan. I own this game about 5 times in various versions where it's like been released for Game Boy Advance or as part of a bundle. I've been playing it since I was a little kid. I'm actually getting my ass kicked quite a bit here. It's pretty embarrassing in front of all you guys, I used to be a complete ninja at this. I wouldn't get hit once. Oh well. My reflexes were probably faster back then. But yeah, it was 1992. I'm pretty good at remembering dates, That's one of the things that, like, even my wife relies on me for. She'll say, or my dad too, actually. He's writing his 3rd book at the moment, based on his career and his life. And he's in the years that I was alive now. So he's writing and he's going to me like, hey, Will, what year did this happen? And I'm like, 1993. And he'll be like, are you sure? Because I feel like, and I'll be like, no, because this happened in 1994 and it wouldn't have happened if that hadn't happened in 1993. And that is how I remember the dates of movies and video games and everything. It's almost like an autobiographical, narcissistic sort of filing system in my brain. I remember what I was doing at the time when something came out. So that's how I know what year it was, because no, I've had quite an exciting life, actually, before I settled down and started being a YouTuber. Not as exciting as my dad, though. Damn, he was a jazz musician in the 60s. He was going everywhere, meeting everyone. Hell, he even met the Beatles. In fact, he gave lessons to people who were in more prestigious bands, let's just say that. Not the Beatles, but bands that almost certainly we're all fans of. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, 1992 for the EU, 1991 for Japan, that's right. Although I think I didn't play it until 1993. Yeah, because my cousins, when I was young, I was broke. My whole family were broke. We didn't really have much. They always managed to get me the new console, though. I had wonderful parents. Yeah, I think my cousins always got these things first. So I would find out what was going on. And I'd played Zelda 1 and 2, but I'd never finished either of them. And then I played this, and I was like, "Oh, this is just sublime." And eventually, I managed to get a copy for myself, and I did nothing else for weeks. And that's when my real, true love of Zelda began, and that's why I still play it to this day. It was either this or Ocarina of Time or Zelda 1, but Zelda 1 is like it's got a real barrier to entry these days. It's like it's very difficult when you can only walk 4 directions, and you can get killed so easily in that game at the beginning. I didn't want to be dying all the time. It would make me look like a dick. So I decided to play this one because I know it the best anyway, this and Ocarina of Time. Anyway, you weren't even alive in 1992? Really? Like Ryan, huh? That sucks. Well, I guess it's better for you. You're younger. What's that, TJ Steve? I think even at the height of his anger, Rev would have at least told Ryan or Will, hey, I'm not going to be making it to streams for a while. Yeah, I mean, he was a pretty sound-minded dude. Is, I presume, still a pretty sound-minded dude. I don't think that he had done, like, I can't see him just going off the deep end and splitting and saying nothing to us. Like, he would have left a message or an email or something. And I tried to email. His channel ID was Hunter Rev Ravenwolf. About an hour before the stream last night. Sorry, it was last night, wasn't it? Fuck. God, my week is just so confusing these days. Yeah, he had Hunter Rev Ravenwolf as his channel ID. And I tried that at gmail.com and tried to email him, but I don't know what the actual email address that he signed up with is. And because you can create multiple channels, you can choose your own handle. It's almost impossible to guess someone's email on YouTube these days. If you don't get it from the exact channel ID, then you're more or less out of luck. Should we print some missing posters? I guess you could sort of make a meme. Yeah, I guess that would be the version of it for the 21st century. A wanted meme. Yeah, you could do that, and post it on Twitter. Hashtag Rev Ravenwolf or something like that, and we could hope that he would show up. It just seems like he would have got in touch somehow with somebody somewhere, even if he had to just sign up for a new Twitter account and DM someone and say, hey, it's me, Rev. Which is why it sounds more like he doesn't want to come back or can't, which is why it's potentially a more grave situation than we think it is, you know? Anyway. Pong? Oh my god. I had a Pong thing. I had... what did I have? I had this brown colored console with little pull-out wired controllers that had no buttons and just a knob on them. This all sounds very gay, doesn't it? What was it called? I'm trying to think. It wasn't wood finish. Because that would have been... Oh, hang on. I think I found it. Hang on. Let me get rid of Zelda for a second. I think I found it. Hold on. What is this thing? Let's put it on screen for a second. This thing. I had one of these. Animex Model 771 electronic TV game. I think my neighbors gave it to us when I was about 4 years old. I can't imagine that I played it after I got my Game Boy. And I got my Game Boy when I was 4.5, 5 at most. So, yeah. I think 1989, I started playing video games. But I think also I had an Atari. I had an Atari XE. And I'm not sure which one predates the other. Yeah, it's called an Atari XE GS. Atari XE game system. It's this one. Anybody ever seen one of these? Should all millions of us fans get together and sue Disney for a slander and defamation of character with all their name calling? I'm sure they have a way out of that. It wouldn't work for me anyway because I once used Disney Plus, so that would suck. The thinking there was I can use Disney Plus. It only costs like $3 a month in the Philippines, and it will stop everyone else from using Disney Plus if I review their shit. So ultimately, I'll cost them more money by subscribing myself. Unfortunately, it means I can never sue Disney because that's apparently in the bullshit terms of service. So that's rather annoying. But yeah. So which one brings back memories, KJ Palmer? And which one looks like a washing machine? The Animex? Yeah, it does kind of look like. It looks like it should be on top of a washing machine as the control mechanism for it, and the washing machine in question is from like the late 80s. But yeah, no, I had this thing, Atari XE game system. I don't know if I've still got it. I would hope my folks brought it from England. But I haven't even had time yet, even though the boxes from England have been here for as long as my daughter has been alive. I haven't yet had time to go through all the boxes because I basically wake up, make sure wife and princess are happy. Then I walk into my studio, sit down and start browsing. Then I go to the shop, get whatever groceries people need for the rest of the day, while listening to other people's videos, just so I if there's anything I haven't heard about yet, anything I should be covering or haven't covered, just reporting the news. It's not always the people that I stream with that I listen to. It's other people too, bigger channel, smaller channel, anybody really. I just sort of search for things and see what comes up. Then it's like sort of an hour of research, like making sure I got the right documents and then like writing notes, then recording, usually a batch of like 4 or 5 at a time. Takes about an hour again, maybe longer if the video's longer. Then editing is actually the quickest part. It takes bugger all time if you're a decent video editor to put together my videos. Making the graphics took fucking forever, but actually making the videos themselves, that takes about 2 minutes. Then the thumbnails are probably the longest part because I'm a real diva about my thumbnails. I like them to be artistic, although that probably makes less people click on them. No, I haven't watched The Penguin yet. I would like to. I probably should. That's actually something I could maybe do after this. I've probably got about an hour after this before I have to go to bed. Yeah, I'd like to check it out because I've heard nothing but good things. Tolls, member for 5 months. Wow. Congratulations. I've got my sound. But you didn't say anything. All right, well, you can say whatever you like. Appreciate you very much. I appreciate everybody. You have no idea. Like, I mean, I actually have kind of made this now my sole source of income. So what little I get is really appreciated. It's a big deal. It's a big help. YouTube stiffs me all the time, so I appreciate you guys. YouTube freaking hates me. I mean, just today I uploaded a video about, what was it about? It was about the Godot game engine thing. And it took me like 2 hours to figure out what the hell was going on with that. It was dotted about all over Twitter. I much prefer it when our website has made a blog. I can just read and get the facts. And if I want to dive a little deeper myself, I will. But, the most convenient thing for a YouTuber is when a website like That Park Place has produced an article, because it gives you something to lean on a little bit, which is helpful, but not necessary. But in the case of Godot, no one had got to it yet because it's Monday morning for me, which means it's Sunday night for everybody in America. So, yeah, we were not going to get anywhere with that. So I had to go digging around myself, looking for tweets and stuff like that. Finally uploaded the bastard. Instantly, it got flagged as inappropriate for most advertisers. And I was like, why? I know I didn't swear very much. I didn't say anything that inappropriate. I censored the image of the Discord manager at Godot using the N-word all the time. I scribbled it out myself. And the thumbnail is not full of swear words or anything. So what the bloody hell's the problem? I have no idea. So I've asked for a review. This happens to me about once every 3 days now. One of my videos will get flagged. Used to be never. I'm pretty sure I'm on some kind of list. Sad. Yeah, YouTube literally hates everyone, not just channel creators, but viewers. They purposely turn off notifications. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, it's awful. And yeah, the Zegs, the XEGS was the last console that they put out. It wasn't bad though, you know. It had a decent flight simulator on it, and it had lots of other little games as well. It had a lot of Atari 2600 games that were ported, so that's how I played them. Just remember getting really angry at a game called Food Fight after about 10 levels. Oh, hang on. I think it began to drive me insane because it became so ridiculously difficult. Just this like little character walking around on a black screen with shit being thrown at him, and you've got to throw shit back at them, like, well, food, not shit. But yeah, there you go. So what do you guys think about this month then? It's been pretty crazy. I mean, we've had like major companies are just dying now. It's ridiculous. Like the fact that Ubisoft is in the situation that it's in is astonishing to me, and I've been saying it since I began the channel. I put out a video like in the first month that my channel existed where I was criticizing the hell out of Ubisoft because they were preparing people for that later statement about not owning their games or not owning your games. There was a video I made really early where I was talking about that. So when they came out and said, oh, gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games, I wasn't remotely surprised. Everyone else kind of shit a chicken, but I was like, no, this has been set up. It's been going on for a couple of years, you know, and it was kind of annoying. But then, you know, with Assassin's Creed Shadows, I mean, how could they possibly think that there would be any appropriate reaction? Like, how could they imagine that a black samurai, that Yasuke as a samurai would be received well in Japan? Like, they've literally got to be insane, right? I have no idea what the hell possessed them to do that. It's madness. Complete madness. It's absolute insanity. Ah, well, there you go. Just give me a second, guys. I've got a thing that's happened, and I need to deal with it. So I'll just put on a video for you for a second, and then we can resume. Hold on a moment. Can't tell if it's playing.
The BBC were ambitious. They just believed in fantastic traditions. The BBC had to supersize it. And here we are. Absolutely agreed with everything they were saying.
Every word you say is lazy. You gotta keep on, keep
There isn't an official Bible. A lot of it in my head. I do know the entire. So there's a lot of flexibility. But yes, I do have a list. Not a list of rules. And I'm a little bit more diligent.
Every word you say is lazy. You gotta keep
Their lead actually needs to be limited. I want someone who's good at everything. And describe, and we've absolutely got that. She's very safe for a young audience, that kind of childlikeness that fits children.
Every word you say is lazy. You gotta
And we're back. Sorry about that. Just had to deal with a couple of quick things, family related issues and whatnot. But There we are. Dwayne Pipe in the house. Hello, hello. Welcome. Yeah, I've got no idea how to do a member stream. I don't think I've ever been in one as a viewer, and I've never hosted one ever either. So I just appreciate you guys being here. I figured it would just be kind of an old chat. I'll play a bit of a game. We'll just have a bit of an old chill. Chill of the fans. That's where that came from. See what I did there. But yeah, any of you guys, if you want to, feel free, upgrade and come and join me. It'll be great. We can do this once a month or more if it's if the time is available. We can play games together, whatever you want. I don't give a crap. It's all about just having fun and giving back to you guys, you know, because you guys keep me calm. I know at least that a few of you will always be there, so that's great. Anyway, yeah, it's been crazy with the Ubisoft stuff. I mean, they've just had the worst year I've ever seen. I've never seen a game company like this. And I've been playing Ubisoft games since the 1990s. Like, the original Prince of Persia, I think I played that on the Super Nintendo. Or not the original, but whatever version they ported it to. It's just been crazy. Sorry, Dwayne, no news on Rev yet. I wish he would pop up in here or something, even if he's just on someone else's account. Just pop in and say hi and let us know he's all right. But, well, the longer it goes on, the less likely it seems that he is all right. And I really don't like the sound of that at all. I don't need any of this crap. I'm just kind of a bit worried about him, honestly. My dad keeps asking too. He's my dad's favorite. I think he likes him better than me. My dad always thought Rev was really cool, really nice bloke, and was glad when he joined the panel. So he watches everything I do. He lives with me and my wife now, and he's in his 80s, so he doesn't have a lot going on. He's writing his book, and he watches my stuff and watches football and stuff like that. He's a lovely bloke. Oh my god, am I going to die at this game that I've been playing since I was 8 years old? What the fuck? Okay, there we go. You guys saying, no, still MIA, yeah. Playing casual games like those from Amanita where the art styles and music are enjoyable. Yeah, you know, this is the thing that I've had to kind of come to terms with. And it's one of the reasons why I'm going the wrong way. It's one of the reasons why actually, hold on. It's one of the reasons why I'm so ready to see the game industry burn is like, I have got years of backlog. And I also just think it deserves it. It's been going like this for decade or so. I remember working in Blockbuster and seeing the games coming out and people asking me like, why is these games all started like restricting content? And I'm like, because they don't respect you. And that was it basically. And I thought that as well with like exclusivity deals, season passes, microtransactions and all of that guff. That was as bad as I thought it would get. Then loot boxes. That was as bad as I thought it would get. But then this shit, this DEI bollocks, it's just got absolutely ridiculous. There's just no respect for customers in almost any medium anymore. It's pure hubris. It's Marxist. It's also like university graduate elitism as well, because all of this shit gets taught in university. I went to university twice. Both times I quit in the first year. Both times because I didn't feel like I was being taught anything. I was just being given a list of books to read. It was only on reflection years later that I realized that the shit that I was being told to read, they were all Marxists. I was being given books by like Foucault and Derrida and all these like media philosophers. And all they were talking about was like globalism. And it was weird. And then I realized all my professors and all my teachers ever had also all been communists. And I started to get a little jaded by that. But yeah. Oh, hey, Noel. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, mate. You remember renting Sonic 3 from Blockbusters? So bloody excited, Eris Rhoda. Yeah, first time I played Sonic 3, which is my favorite Sonic game, by the way. I don't give a crap. I know a lot of people go, oh, Sonic 2 is the best one. I don't care. Sonic 3 had the intensity of a sort of real doomsday scenario playing out, and it helped that it went along with the Fleetway British Sonic the comic, which I read as well as a kid, and that told much more adult versions of stories that you would usually see in a Sonic game. You wouldn't get like the Death Star blowing up a planet in the games, but you would get it in the comics. So I loved the comics. But yeah, so when I played Sonic 3, and especially Sonic 3 and Knuckles, yeah, I remember thinking, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And it was my it was my friend who had it. He had it, and he used to play it, and he was kind of selfish, so he would only let me play as Tails, even though I was like 3 years older than him. So I was his sidekick. It was kind of humiliating. But yeah, eventually then about a year later, I got a Mega Drive, and I got Sonic 1 and Sonic 3 with it. And then I got Sonic 2 sometime later. I think I was about maybe 8, probably about the same time I was playing this. And no, Sonic 2, I must have got that way later. It must have been about 12 or something when I finally got that. But yeah, the point was that Sonic 3 I just loved. I thought the graphics were better. I thought that even the model of Sonic, people are weird about that. They claim they don't like it. I guess I'm in the minority as a Sonic fan. I thought everything was an upgrade in Sonic 3. You still have all those comics? Oh my god, I have about 50 or so. I have up to, I think one of the last ones I got was the one where they have like an actual sequence of events where Sonic and Tails are in the Emerald Hill Zone, and the Death Egg actually launches and blows them all to hell, and then it turns out to have been a simulation. And it wasn't. I think it came out on Valentine's Day. Those comics were fucking awesome. They were maddening. They were brilliant. Richard Elson, that's the guy. Yeah, Richard Elson. He drew what I would call the best Sonic version for those comics. Although his art style changed quite a lot, but he drew what I would call kind of the peak. Let's see. There is a plot. I'm just trying to find it on screen. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll get this on screen if I can find a high enough res version of it. Oh, okay. Well, there's a Sonic the Comic Twitter account. That's cool. Hold on. Here we go. Let me just blow this up a bit. Yeah, this guy's art, particularly like pictures like that, I just thought this is Sonic to me. Like when I was playing the Mega Drive games, I was seeing this. And the art is mature, if you know what I mean. It's got a level of almost sort of Marvel quality to it, and the plots were more grown up than you would get in almost any other Sonic comic. I know the American comics were there as well. The cartoon shows were around, the American one and the British one. But Sonic, for me, was this like doomsday scenario. The freedom fighters, you know, they were close to getting killed all the time. And Metallics as the super Metal Sonic, yeah, as well. Then they had the Brotherhood of Metallics, their own plot, which was fucking cool. I guess I read it longer than I thought I did, but I loved Richard Elson's artwork. There's a great panel that I absolutely love. There's 2 or 3 great panels actually. When he finally got around to doing the story of Sonic 3, and you get the first time like Knuckles and Sonic meet properly and are gonna have an actual fight. Yeah, this isn't childish. No, there were lots of did they head back? No. there were lots of times when the artwork was much more serious than it appeared to be in the games. Like when I look now at, say, Sonic Mania, I think to myself, yeah, it's nice that it's traditional Sonic instead of modern Sonic, but he looks too short and cute. He doesn't look like the Sonic I remember. The Sonic I remember was a fucking badass. Not just a cocky shit, but actually able to back it up too. And Knuckles was ultra tough. I thought these characters were the coolest thing ever. Not because, I wear sunglasses and I wag my finger. No, because you can see it done when you've got to, I thought they were so cool. And it was all Richard Elson's artwork too. But I'm trying to find a particular panel where it's the version of Sonic and Knuckles where they team up after they have had their fight. Hang on, I think I found it. Let me see. Yes, there you go. This is about my favorite panel in the entire comic. You know what I mean? Like the way that Sonic talks is like a cocky ass teenager rather than, a cute, super fast needle mouse. I guess I don't talk about it much, but I'm a huge Sonic mark. Sonic, Zelda, loved them. They were probably my two favorite series growing up, followed closely by Mario. Will, open your eyes. This is a dream. You're in a coma. Wake up, Will. Your husband Ryan is waiting by your bed. Oh man, God. So that would mean that there is no wife of the fans or princess of the fans. And then and I'd wake up to see Ryan. I think I'd probably just do virtually anything to get back to the dream. It would be like Vanilla Sky. No offense, Ryan, but my wife is really beautiful. And I love my daughter. Yes, you're right, Simdal, actually. The fandom is very disappointing for Sonic now. Even the non-woke ones are still kind of like, furries and shit. It's bizarre. Whatever happened to, like, okay, these anthropomorphic animals are having a really tough time with this megalomaniacal, despotic super scientist who's taken over their world? Why does it have to be fucking pregnant furries? What's wrong with this world? What is wrong with this world, guys? Pregnant furries. I mean, why? Why? Rev is our love child. Oh my God. Boyfriend of the fans. Why do we have to see this shit? Why is the Sonic fandom this? What? Why? How did this happen? Tumblr. You know what? Tumblr has some real splaining to do. I read somewhere in somebody's book a few years ago that effectively Tumblr gave woke room to grow. Yeah, compare that. Look, on one hand, you've got a badass hedgehog and an echidna. I mean, it is what it is. Kicking the shit out of some proper evil-looking robots that aren't even in the games. You've got the standard badniks there too. They're all trying to escape. That one ring in the background there has got the uploaded consciousness of pre-Robotnik on it. And they're trying just to escape from, like, their base, which has been infiltrated and it has been destroyed. So they're now having to go on the run while Knuckles returns to the floating island and kicks the shit out of Robotnik there. And it's cool. And what do we get instead? We get Sally Acorn and a mishmash version of modern and traditional Sonic, but for some reason they're both pregnant. What the fuck? Yeah, I remember the Sat AM cartoon. Yeah, it was really good. That was the American one. And we got the Dick one. Yeah, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually liked both of them, but only liked Adventures until I saw Sat AM, and then I was like, holy crap, what the hell, man? Where's this been? And then it only aired for like 3 episodes in England, and then the whole thing disappeared, and it was back to adventures. Yes, Groofus Grimm, you did come back at an interesting time. And Simdal, yes, you're right. Sonichu, as far as I'm aware, is a mishmash of Sonic and Pikachu. And it has something to do with a necklace that was worn by somebody, a YouTuber or somebody that like created some horrible cardinal sin. Chris Chan or someone like that. I don't know anything about that guy. Yeah, I'm more of a geek, a gamer, not a YouTube aficionado necessarily. Ryan's the guy you want to talk to about which YouTuber did what. I don't fucking know. I can tell you what year a game came out. You know? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like, there's something about a cursed necklace, and anybody who wears a Sonichu necklace is doomed to become a massive frigate and or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I know that Sonichu is some fan art that was drawn by a loser, probably a child actually. So probably not fair to call him a loser. But this is some insane shit. I don't know what the fuck it's about. Maybe what some of you guys can freaking tell me, but man, I don't want to know. Probably, yeah, you're right. But there you go. Fandom is a strange thing. It really is. And it used to be so much more pure, you know, like there was a time when, you know, being a fan of something just meant you engaged with it and you enjoyed it for what it is. And you probably, you know, enjoyed it more than 90% of people would. And if you could find someone who was a fan of the same thing, you basically were instantly friends. I made so many friends in school based solely on the fact that I loved Final Fantasy VII and this and Ocarina of Time. People be like, "Oh, what do you play?" I'd be like, you know, Sonic, Mario, Zelda, Final Fantasy. And they'd be like, "Oh man, Final Fantasy VII, that's so cool. I love that game. It's so fucking awesome." And yeah, you made friends through this stuff. Now, what do you discover? Oh, I don't have the big key yet. Fuck. What do you discover? What do you get when you? How do you bond with people now over fandom? What? Oh, I got a bigger boner than you did over Sonic's pregnant belly. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is fandom now? Like, oh, I jerked off over Kylo Ren and Rey Palpatine. Oh, great. You want to be my friend? Fuck. These aren't fans. They're freaks. And they've appropriated fandom. And I hate it. This is why I called myself Will of the Fads. Because, well, obviously the pun is there. My name's Will. But I just thought, well, first of all, I wanted WTF to be the initials, because I thought that would be something I could use in future. And then I thought, oh yeah, Will of the Fans. That's a great idea. That's just lame enough that people will either sort of roll their eyes and smile, or they'll fucking hate me and my channel will never go anywhere. It's somewhere in between that, I think. But yeah, you're right. Fan fiction writers from literotica.com have taken over fandom, and I'm fucking tired of it. It's not cool. Never should have happened. Never should have been this way. And I feel like it's the fans' fault as well. It's our fault because we grew up. It is and it isn't our fault, because we were always going to be a friendly bunch, because we got ostracized, you know, from public, like mainstream groups. You know, I didn't watch football much growing up, only occasionally with my dad. Fucking hell. So I didn't really, you know, fit in, I guess. It was only when everybody started watching Dragon Ball and playing Final Fantasy that suddenly I became cool. But we allowed anyone to come into the fandom. We didn't gatekeep. Exactly. We didn't gatekeep at all. And because we didn't gatekeep, we let in casuals who didn't care, who diluted the quality pool for video games by buying shit third-party trash for the Wii, and we allowed in the freaks, the fanfic writers who didn't give a shit and just wanted to, you know, ruin everything. Good God. Yeah, so, you know, this is how it happened, and we have unfortunately got part of the blame ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's live and learn. I mean, it was just the other day I was thinking to myself, when I was a kid, I used to look at like the adults, and I used to think, how am I ever going to fit into this world that they've got that's worked out so well? You know, they've got it all figured out. I don't know how they built this world, these adults. And it's only like more recently than not, that maybe since I became a parent, that I realized no one had a fucking clue what they were doing. They were just making it up as they went along, like everybody else does. They don't know any more than we do. Well, we are them now anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, they didn't know. Otherwise, this would never have happened. All this DEI bollocks would never have happened. This has never happened before. So, yeah, they had no way of knowing it was going to happen. Hang on, I'm fucking this up because I'm thinking about what I'm saying. Yeah, when I was a kid, the adults, I thought, well, their world is so well organized and sorted, but apparently it's not. It's only one generation away from all going to fucking hell. One generation of petulant, spoiled freaks away from civilizational collapse, which is what we are facing. I mean, I'm not joking when I say these things. I'm not just trying to be dramatic and get subscribers. I seriously feel like the good things that were in the world once have all been bastardized and retconned and stolen and warped and turned into some freak shit. And I'm sick of it. The world used to be a good place full of wholesome people and family values and things. Yeah, there were bad people in it and awful things, but the whole world wasn't lying to you. And I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want any part of it any longer. Anyway, there you go. Right. Let me get rid of this douche. Oh, I can't. It doesn't work that way. Okay. But yeah. You basically had a world that worked. Yeah, there were some bad guys in it, but your parents told you who to watch out for, and hopefully you'd be okay. Most people were okay. And then this, where like children's entertainment is not safe anymore. It's bonkers. I was just the other day, a random video came up about CoComelon, and I know I'd made a video about CoComelon before because they had the episode with the two dads, interracial dads, and the boy in the tutu. But it's worse than that. There are ways that they game the algorithm and the ways that they game the brains of infants, the minds of infants, with bright colors, quick cuts, repetition, things like that. They have a room where they put two screens side by side. They call it the Distractatron. And on one screen, you've got CoComelon. And on the other screen, you've got documentary footage of anything. Absolutely anything. Anything from, you know, nature footage to man going to the shops, getting a haircut, that kind of thing. And they have them playing the side by side. And every time they shove a child in there, a series of children, one at a time, once a month. And when the child looks away, they note it so that they can discover what part of the episode was less interesting than real life and then make the next episode more addictive. This is what we have got to deal with. It's fucked. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Children's entertainment is their main weapon. You better believe I'm switched on. You're right. Yeah, I've never been more switched on than I am than I am now. Never. No one in my family ever has been. My dad was unaware of pretty much all of this. They were stuck in the UK during the lockdowns, and I would call them every evening from the Philippines And as the conversations went on and the months went on, and I started going down the rabbit hole even further, I was already, well, part of Fandom Menace or whatever. Excuse me. But then I started really diving in. And when I sort of realized what was really going on with the Coof and all that, I told my parents, like, get out, get over here now. My mum would always say, like, you're crazy, you're believing all these conspiracy theories. And I'd be like, okay, mum, I'll call you tomorrow and I'll have 5 bits of evidence, you know, and then I would, and I'd present them. And little by little, I got my parents to realize that the world that they believed was still around was gone. I mean, people act like we want this to be the case. Like we just want conspiracy theories and stuff. But unlike the left, we're not looking for excuses. You know, I blame myself for every mistake I've ever made. I don't blame other people or racism or some system stacked against me. I think, you know, the world is genuinely screwed up these days, and it's up to me to do something about it, or my child will be fucked. Dwayne Pipe, modern children's shows are dangerous for adults, let alone kids. You're right. You're right. One of the first things that really bothered me was the brony thing. A bunch of grown men, like, obsessed with a little girl's cartoon. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And yet, everybody's response to it online was like, oh, what are they like? Bloody bronies. A bunch of grown men. Isn't it funny? And I'd be like, no, it's not funny. It's fucking weird. Why are we not ridiculing them for this? You know? But back in the older days, before I came to the Philippines, got distance and spent more time on the internet, most of my friends back in England would not be ready for what I do. They call me the same names that the shills do, you know? Fuck. Wake up, dickhead. There we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. The first time you noticed it was when they censored Enid Blyton. Wasn't that quite a long time ago? I think, yeah, I think the censoring of Enid Blyton, that was kind of a while ago, wasn't it? Alright, hang on. Boss time. Let's focus. Come on. Oh. Come on, dickheads. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, sorry about that. Had to be done. Yeah, they censored Enid Blyton. When did they censor Enid Blyton? That was a while ago. I think it was more recently they did Roald Dahl, right? I think that was when I was living on the other end of the island last year sometime, when they started talking about censoring Roald Dahl, like you couldn't use fat as a synonym or as an adjective or something. It's like, excuse me, you guys get to have your own pronouns. Why can't I have whatever adjectives I find appropriate to describe somebody? This guy's fat. Deal with it. If he doesn't want to be called fat, maybe you should get on a damn treadmill. Or learn to live with it, you know? I don't know. It's a messed up world. Certainly, things like the Sonic fandom are very disheartening. Very strange. But there you go. What we got here? Oh, that was the member chat from earlier. Okay. But there you go. So what's your favorite game series, guys? Let me know. I want to hear about it. Let's get that. Before you start going on motorbike trips pre-2018. Uh-huh. Damn. That was a while ago. They made fun of TV people that did ratings experiments in a Futurama episode. Yeah, they did, yeah. Futurama, we watched that earlier this year when we first moved here because we didn't have I don't know, did we have internet yet? There was some I think I had to put it on DVD because we didn't have anything to watch at first. So me and my wife, my fiance then I guess, and my dad would just sit around watching Futurama for like several weeks, and she got into it, you know. It was, in fact, I played her one episode of it, and then every night for like 2 weeks, she would start asking to watch it. I love that show. Dahl was very outspoken about communists censoring his work after he no longer had the power to fight back. Really? Damn. It's funny, isn't it? I mean, Dahl was, I don't know how old he was, but he was an old timer when I was a kid. So he was greatest generation, probably. So that would mean, yeah, he would be well within his rights to be absolutely freaking paranoid as fuck about communism. The worst part about it really is the fact that this has been going on for 100 years. Like, this has been going on since the end of World War I. Like, it's at least documented that that's the case. I'd like to talk about it more often on this channel, but I know I can't because I would get absolutely shit-canned by YouTube. Which would not really help anyone then, would it? But I know what caused it. I know when it started. I know who's responsible, and I know where they were based. I know about the Frankfurt School, or the, what was it called? The, what was it called? The, not ministry, the something of social research, which is a nice way of saying Marxism. Social research. And then it became known as the Frankfurt School. And that was in Frankfurt, obviously, at first. But then it went to Columbia University in New York. And that was around World War II. And ever since then, we've been basically, little by little, watching people undermine everything. Everything about us. Fucking cringe. Unbelievable, really, isn't it? I don't even know if I can get away with saying this on a private stream like this. So if my channel's gone tomorrow, I'll let you know. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing at all here, am I? No. Final Fantasy, Sonic, Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Micro Machines. PS1 games? Yeah. Played all of them. Micro Machines V3. I don't think... Yeah, I knew quite a few people who played that game. Me and my friends used to sit around and play Micro Machines V3. That was the one with the little Rasta character. You used to click on him. His name was like Dwayne or something. And then you click on him and he'd go, "You're right, man." It was like, wow. Looking back, it's like, wow, what a stereotype. How ridiculous. Oh, well, it is what it is. Been playing the older Tycoon games lately. I played Sim City for a few months last year. Not the PC ones. I played, well, I did play the PC version, but the one that was on the Super Nintendo, the one where you could have Bowser as a Godzilla-like kaiju to come and destroy the city. They were crazy. Crazy times. Yeah, it's good fun. It seems like we've all had similar experiences, actually. It makes sense. This is why I like to do this kind of stream, because I get to know my audience a little better. You know, when we're doing a show, we've got shit to talk about. There's other people on the stream with me. I haven't got much time to really focus too much on you guys. That's why I appreciate when you shout out with a super chat when you've got something important to say, because then I know I have to get to it, you know, and then we can react to it. But this is fun. This is just a chill. I'm just having a good old time, playing a game, chatting about funny, isn't it? It always ends up going back to things that you liked, things that you loved, things that you remember that were good. How, you old bitch. You summoned the soldiers. Fucking hell. I forgot about her. 100 rupees. Yes. Thank you. Bottles are good. We like bottles. And we need to get the bug net as well. You can't with these newer games. What newer games? Like, so... Yeah, I know a lot of people just don't play modern stuff. I'm kind of trying not to become like that. There's a lot of games I want to play. Like, I want to play Space Marine 2. I want to play... I still haven't played through Hogwarts Legacy, even though I've got it. I'm thinking I will probably get around to these things one day. What's this guy saying? Oh, I know about that. Yeah, I think the last game I played that I actually finished. Huh. Well, I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14 and that won't finish. So there's that. But I'm trying to think now. The last game I played that I actually like played all the way through to the end and saw credits. Maybe Metal Gear Solid 2 a couple of years ago. I played the when the HDs came out. And oh, what else? Probably the Ghost of Tsushima. I think that was the last time I sat down and had time to play like a proper game. Before my parents came to the Philippines, and before my mum died, and before I moved, and then before I found out I was going to be a dad, and before I got married, and then became a dad. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? All these things that stop you from being able to just sit and binge a game from start to finish. Damn it, I missed it. Oh well. What am I trying to do? There's something else I gotta do here. There's another bottle I can get. Is it this way? I reckon it is. Ah, ha ha ha! There you go. Used to play a shitload of old school RuneScape as well until they introduced Pride, Marches, and Pro... Did they put Marches in the game? I knew about the pronouns, but we covered the pronouns on this show or on WTF Live. But, fucking hell, really? Marches. That sounds bonkers. When you restart your channel, Eris Roder, you want to make a Micro Machines 96 circuit live with chat. If anyone shows up, I'd watch that. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I didn't play with the toys that much. My cousins had a lot of them. But, yeah, I played the video games. I played it on the Mega Drive, and I played it on the PlayStation. PS1, Micro Machines V3. I loved that game. I played that to death. Me and my friends, that was like before Mario Kart 64 came out. I think that was what we played. Oh, shit. A fairy. Come back, you little bitch. There we go. Keep it in a bottle, duh. All right, nice. We got a way out now if I get killed. That's not going to happen, though. I've been playing this game for far too many years. Hey, you. Stop fighting with your brother and talk to him, you dumb shit. Yay, now you two can be friends again. Not that I care. Yes, I know. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fuck this up, and oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's not fast enough. Oh, it was fast enough. Cool. Man, okay, I guess I still got it. Sweet. That's what I want to know. Now, the other question is, how the hell do I get to the desert? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I gotta go down to Lake Hylia. Okay. Well, let's get out of here then. So has anyone else ever played this game, Link to the Past? Now, I would consider it one of my top 10 all-time favorite games. Certainly my favorite Super Nintendo game. Yeah, I mean, I would probably put it higher than top 10, like top 5, but, you know, let's be real. There are things that have come out that beat it. And I can't put too many Zeldas in the top. That would be like saying my top 3 favorite movies are the Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. I prefer to just say series. But if I was really being honest, this game is what I would call formative, you know? Like a part of who I am is in this game. Not gonna bother him, he just annoys me. What's in the cave again? Nice. Hang on a minute, I just remembered, there's the ice wand. I want that. I want the ice wand. That's right. That's the other way. Then I can kill the sandworms real easy. Like a couple of hits and they're dead. Where? Wait a minute. Isn't this the one where you can... I don't know. You were a Sega kid, oh right. I was a spoiled kid. Nah, that's not true. My mum always thought I was a little spoiled, but I was an only child, so I started off with a Game Boy, then I proceeded to a Master System. I got a Master System. That was my first home console. And it came with Alex Kidd and Sonic 1, the Master System version. And then I think I finally got an NES, which was like a hand-me-down from my cousins, because they got a SNES. So then I had them for a long time, but then ultimately I ended up having to sell them to make money to get either a Super NES or a Mega Drive. But either way, I ended up with both of them. And then I ended up with a PlayStation, and then an N64, and then basically everything that didn't say Xbox. Whether it was... Oh, wait, I didn't want to come this way, did I? I wanted to go and get the ice one. Dumbass. Fuck. I'm starting to turn into the AVGN. What is interesting is seeing how big some games become recently, like Angry Birds or Among Us. Yeah, these... I mean, it's strange, because they seem a little basic. But then, I guess the gameplay loop of games like GoldenEye and Mario Kart weren't much more sophisticated. But, I don't know, I just feel like I had richer experiences with video games when I was young. Felt like... You know, you can just tell the people who were making them were absolutely obsessed with what they were making. It was art. They were really into what they were doing. The first games were Duck Hunt and Excite Bike. Dun, 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 dun. Man, I love the Excite Bike level on Mario Kart now. It takes me back to the NES. Man, I am really, really screwing up here, aren't I? Damn. You're better than this, Will. Come on. How many times have you beaten this game? Like 50? Jesus. Anyway, this is just something I wasn't sure what to do. I was like, oh, I'll put on something to do as background while I talk to everybody. And then I was like, what should I play? I thought of a few games, and in the end I thought way too long and way too hard and decided to play this because I know this game like the back of my hand pretty much. Or at least I thought I did, although I have gone the wrong way multiple times now. Come on, you bastards. Give me a heart. What the f... Phew. That was close. The Tappy Bird game. Oh, Flappy Bird? The one that made PewDiePie a household name? Your dad made a deal with you that if you saved half the money for a Saturn, he'd match it. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Einhander. I know that name. Where do I remember that name from? Is it like a Gladius or something? So is it a shoot 'em up? Yeah. Was this on PS1? Yeah, this game. I remember this game. Hang on a second. Yeah, this one. I had this. I rented this. It was Squaresoft. Wow. We never talk about music. Oh wow. Well, we can, although my tastes are strange. I was raised on jazz and classically trained to play piano, although I am rusty as hell now. Yeah, music. Well, because music's kind of too far gone. Hang on, I'll get to that in a second. Hold on. Solstice. Which one was that? I'm trying to think now. I played so many games. Was it PS1 as well? Was that the isometric one? It reminds me of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of Equinox on SNES. That was made by the same people who then later... No, wait. Am I thinking of the right game? What was the game that was later... They made Alundra. Because Alundra was an RPG I played on the PS1. It's like a Zelda clone, but much more difficult. I'm trying to think now. Don't know. Let's see. Imagine being a kid today and your parents buy your first game, Dustborn. Fucking hell. You are the most unlucky, cursed child in the world if your parents buy you Dustborn as your first ever game. Absolutely shit out of luck. You might as well just jump in the sea because there's no bloody point. Your parents don't love you. They hate you. They want you to be like them. Fucking miserable SJWs. Sod that. Okay, music. Yeah. So go ahead, talk about music if you like. Yeah, like I said, anything you want. It's a member stream. It's for you guys. All right. So my dad was a jazz musician and had a career that lasted like 60 years. And my mum was actually married previously to a member of that band that he was in who died. And then over time, they kind of grew closer and fell in love, got married, and then had me. So of course my dad was still a touring musician. So I was raised on jazz and met people 40, 50 years older than me before I ever made any friends my own age. So it gave me a good ability to talk to anybody. I'm pretty gregarious like that. As for the actual music I listened to, I didn't get into any pop music until I was about 10, I think. And then I got into Green Day. I can't remember why I heard them. I think they were on the radio. I think it was when Dookie came out. Basket Case was playing quite a lot. So I got into Green Day. Then I was into basically all the punk bands. The Southern California punk bands like NoFX, Blink-182, Green Day, Sum 41. Then I went full alternative. So then it was all the bands, Foo Fighters, Metallica, the weirder the better, Tool, bands like that. I was into the Spice Girls. I will admit it. I was into the Spice Girls when I was 12. For exactly 1 year, I was very into the Spice Girls. I was. And it was all because of Jerry Halliwell's big fake titties. That's exactly what it was. That was it. 100%. I won't try to hide it. I will not try to hide it at all. Yeah, I knew all their songs. We all knew all their songs. And I had a poster on my wall of this. Yeah. Yep. I had this poster on my wall. You can kind of see why, can't you? I was a bit gutted when I was about 25 or whatever, and I realized they were, you know, fake. Oh dear. I liked Emma too. I mean, quite frankly, I would have taken any of them. I was 12. I'm trying to find a higher res version of it. See if I can find one that's a little sharper. No, impossible. Was that backwards? Is that poster backwards? I always wondered if it was flopped, and now I'm seeing one the other way, and it actually looks more like actually them. I'm pretty sure that poster I had was flopped. Jesus Christ, though. I might have to see if I can find that poster. Jerry Halliwell? I don't know what she is now. What does she do now? You know, she's not aged too badly. She still looks more or less the same for a bird who's got to be in her mid-50s by now. She looks all right. Not too bad. I'm not saying I would, but you know. She was a bit feisty. I liked her. You know, you're 12. What do? You go straight for the one with the biggest tits. And you haven't quite developed the ability to tell whether they're real or fake yet just by looking at them. So there you go. Emma was probably the prettiest. I had a friend who was into Victoria. And then another friend who liked Jerry. And then another friend who liked Emma. And I liked all three of them. Nobody ever picked Scary for some reason. It wasn't because she was black. I mean, I thought she had a nice body. But no one picked her as their favorite. And nobody picked Sporty. Because, you know, she was like a boy. I mean, this is how we thought, you know. Can't say this shit anymore. Now you get cancelled, mate. You are cancelled. But yeah. Did anyone ever see Bo Selector? I don't know how many of you guys are British or what. But Bo Selector used to be a comedy sketch show with a guy who wore a rubber mask that looked nothing like celebrities, and then he'd do impressions of the celebrities while doing everything he could to not sound or act remotely like the celebrities actually did. So he'd invent some ridiculous personality that was nothing like the celebrity, and then wear a mask and some wigs and clothes that looked vaguely like them from an iconography standpoint, and then act as if he were them, but insane. He did the Craig David bit. One of the things he used to do was Mel B, Scary Spice, and he used to put on this accent, and he used to talk like this in this kind of, oh, my voice is all naked kind of way of talking, and he'd go, oh, I've got to get home. My men just kicking out a rat pong, and I used to piss myself laughing at the idea that was Scary Spice. It was horrifying. It was what was his name? It was the guy, Avid Marion was the character. He then went off and invented another character who did Celebrity Juice. What did he call him? Somebody Lemon. Keith Lemon. Yeah, Keith Lemon. That's it. He was played by Lee Francis. That's his real name. Lee Francis. Hello. Welcome. All members welcome all the time. Thank you very much. Yeah, Lee Francis. He's the guy. He played Keith Lemon, and he also played Avid Marion in Bow Selector. Bow Selector, Mel B. The most famous thing he did was his Craig David impression, but here was his Scary Spice. Hang on. He always wore glasses too. No matter which character he was playing, he always wore really like comedically old-fashioned glasses. That's him as Mel B. He would make him as hideous as possible. But the one he was most famous for with that show was Craig David. You know, the garage singer, the R&B guy. And he played him as an absolute dickhead. He used to go, Rito, Craig David here. And he used to sing his own name. He'd be like, Craig David here. Because Craig David used to sing his own name in his songs quite often. Yeah. And this was the same era as Ali G. It was like early 2000s Channel 4 British, you know, garbage comedy that was loved by everybody. It was so dumb. But, you know, this is the stuff we watched. We'd watch Ali G or the 11 o'clock show, Bow Selector, then switch over to MTV and catch Jackass, and then maybe Dirty Sanchez, which was like Jackass, but even more disgusting. So, yeah, Craig David. And then they actually tried to blame him for ruining Craig David's career, because whenever Craig David would go and do a gig or a tour, people would just want him to sing Craig David like that, even though he never did that. So there you go. Yeah. Because Craig David, I mean, that's Craig David, the real guy. But this is what everyone thinks of when you say Craig David. He fucked his career. It's hilarious, you know. Ali G was good. Borat was good. The movie was great. It's a shame that he's kind of a leftist. But on the other hand, he's never made it ridiculously political. Eurotrash. Oh, fucking hell. Yes, Eurotrash. I remember that. Eurotrash with Lolo Ferrari. And, you know, Lolo Ferrari. Does anybody remember Lolo? She was a regular on Eurotrash. I have no idea if I can show this stuff, but since it's a private stream, I guess I can get away with Lolo Ferrari, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Euro wank more like. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. If you were sort of pubescent in the late 90s, Eurotrash would do if you couldn't find anything better. She died. Bless her. She did. She died very young. She died ridiculously early. I think she was the inspiration for Jordan, maybe. That was another thing they did on Bow Selector. The Week in Bits with Jordan's tits. And it would be her falling out of a club with her boobs all falling out because she was forever getting pictured in the newspapers and the dirt sheets and the tabloids, falling out of a nightclub with a constant, non-stop, unending wardrobe malfunctions. Every day, another wardrobe malfunction. It's just like, all right, we get it, Jordan. We get it. All right. Can you just piss off now? All right. Any appeal you once had has completely disappeared. I guess by that age, I was not watching Eurotrash anymore. But yeah, Eurotrash was a strange old show. What was the guy's name who presented it? I got to find out now. Eurotrash. Oh, fucking hell. There it is. Yeah. God, it was awful, wasn't it? Absolute shit. And yet we loved it. Not just because of the tits and stuff, though. But, what the fuck? Eurotrash, my God. All 16 series? 20 discs? Why on earth would you want this? Yeah. Guys, like, guess what I bought the other day? The complete set of Euro trash. And at the other opposite end of the day, big breakfast, yeah. But in that era, you didn't have Chris Evans presenting it. You had Johnny Vaughan and what was that woman's name? The one who presented it with Johnny Vaughan. She was fit. What was her bloody name? She was in FHM magazine. Denise Van Outen. Wow, how did that show up so quick? I typed Denise and it showed up straight away. Denise Van Outen. Yep. I'm trying to find a picture of her where she's wearing clothes that isn't from now. She's aged a fair bit. Oh yeah, there you go. Hang on. Denise Van Outen. She was a bit tasty. Why can't I get this picture to load? Oh, it's just gigantic. That's why. Yeah, her. Yeah, she would do. She was bloody hot. Denise Van Outen, yeah, with Johnny Vaughan. And, man, she got her kit off a fair bit, didn't she? I didn't know that. Oh, well, missed out. The internet wasn't quite a thing. You saw her in a sitcom? Yeah. I feel like you might be right. I don't know what she did after the big breakfast. Why did she leave the big breakfast? Because after her, it was Kelly Brook. What did Denise Van Outen do? Actress, singer, dancer, and presenter. She was in Big Breakfast, Babes in the Wood. That's a sitcom. Then she was on a talent show. Another talent show. Another talent show. Strictly. EastEnders. Jesus Christ. Loose Women. Ireland's Got Talent. Celebrity Gogglebox. The Masked Singer. Neighbours. And Dancing on Ice. She is not currently in a relationship, allegedly. But nor does she look like she did in this picture anymore. Oh, well, there you go. This is a throwback, isn't it? Let's have a look. What does she look like now? Denise Van Outen 2024. Yeah. Yeah, she's all right. For a bird who, what, must be in a... She's got to be pushing 50, right? I don't know. When was she born? This is what we do on our member streams, is it? Just stalk old celebrities that we fancied. All right, whatever. I don't give a shit. I have Zelda waiting to go, but hey, this will do too. She's 50. She's literally 50 years old. And about 6 months. Or 4 or 5 months. Trying to find a picture. She doesn't look so good in all these pictures. She looks all right in some of them. For a 50-year-old lass, though, she's looking a lot better than some. And certainly, you see some women in their 20s who look worse than this. Hang on. Denise Van Outen now. There's a flattering picture. One mention of Spice Girls and Will presents his entire spank bag. Sorry, gents. Not anymore, mate. Yeah. Well, we got talking about tits, didn't we? And it just happens. I haven't thought about any of these people for about 20 years. I'll get the game back on. Well, welcome to the first episodes of Will and the Fans Talk 90s shit. Yeah, that's right. Jason Statham dated Kelly Brook when she was 19. Jesus Christ. What the hell was that like? After that, you can pretty much do anything, can't you? What year was that then? Like, when was she born? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's just perv over 90s celebrities. Why not? Kelly Brook. Yeah, wow. Still got it. Oh no. Celebrity X stopped her going to a Diddy party. Uh-oh. 1999. Yeah, that was when she was on Big Breakfast, wasn't it? Fuck. Holy shit. All right. Jesus Christ. Well, there you go. Oh, yeah, look, there they are. Bloody hell. I've never understood what any woman saw in Jason Statham. At all. Like, no, there's a picture of them together. Yeah, he sure did, didn't he? Oh, well, there you go. Good on him. Could be worse. I mean, you know, if any of you guys are missing, you know, available 19-year-olds, you can always come to the Philippines. There's thousands of them. But they're not really ready for serious stuff. But, you know, you don't have to be either. Unless and until you get to the point where you've just had enough of all that stuff and you want to settle down. Then you get married and have a kid and then you're happy. And then you don't really care anymore. Like me. I'll be 40 this year. Or next year. We all get older. There you go. I'm going to go back to trying to recapture my youth through video games. There we go. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Money talks. Oh, yeah. He was, of course, he was already doing Lock, Stock and Snatch back then, wasn't he? He was a nothing really in them. It wasn't really about him. He was just the one sane character. You found the ice rod. I certainly did. Now let's get the fuck out of here. Hell yeah. Right. House. Yeah. Get my health back too. Ha 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 ha. Groofus Grimm, Night Will, Sleep Calls. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys, you know. It means a lot to me to have people who are actually, you know, dedicated and show up all the time. I thought it took years and years to get to that level. But it is cool. I've found some sound people who support me in my work, which is really nice, and I really appreciate it. And that's why I thought, you know, I need to get doing these member streams because it's a reward that you guys deserve. Even though it's just talking bollocks, apparently. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Yes, he plays himself in every movie, Jason Statham. Yeah, he does. That's all he does. He is just himself. In every single thing he's in, he just is just sort of a slightly soft-spoken Cockney guy. He's either ridiculously muscly from obvious steroids, or he's a skinny little drip. But either way, he is who he is. Just himself. Tell that to Benjamin Button. We'll get older, right? Fuck off. Yeah, do one. Right. Where are we going again? Oops. Gotta get to that. Oh, yeah. Down here. Sand Dungeon. Do you know, if I played this solidly, I probably could have got the Master Sword by the time we were done with this stream. Oh, I was just thinking about it. But there you go. You missed most of it. Don't worry, you can watch it again. It was just a bunch of us perving over 90s celebrities as well. For about the last 40 minutes or so. Because Eris Roda asked me about music, and then was it, I don't know who it was. Who was it? Simdal, I think, pointed out, said that I was denying my love of the Spice Girls. Yeah, it was. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot about the Spice Girls. Probably because it's hugely embarrassing to admit that you were ever into the Spice Girls. But every single blessings upon you and your good lady. Happy birthday, and the little one will. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was my wife's birthday yesterday, and she had a lovely day. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I've never seen her happier in all the time I've known her. Having a kid is so good for women. It's the greatest possible thing that they can do with their lives. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't try and do other things with a bit more prestige and all that bollocks, right? But if what they want is to be truly fulfilled when their maker calls for them, have a bloody baby before it's too late. Everything seems to fall into perspective for women when they have a kid. You're a great grandmother at 54. Really? That is kind of remarkable. How young do you have to? Let's think. If everyone was 15 when the kid was born, you'd be 45. So it's not as bad as that. A couple of the Spice Girls were hot. Yeah, Jerry was hot. I mean, it was all fake tits. Baby Spice was hot. Posh Spice was hot before she got Beckhamized and then became kind of a skeleton with fake tears. Which way am I going here again? I can't remember. I'm actually rusty. Oh yeah, right, of course. Ha, fuck you, I've got the map. Typo doll. Oh, great grandfather. Well, I didn't want to, assume your gender, Billy D, but given the spelling with a Y, I did kind of think, okay, maybe, but then it's that modern progressive time, anyone can have any name they want now. You can call your kid anything. It's pretty messed up. So your great grandfather, huh? At 54. So I guess, your family are, very active. No offense. That's cool. I mean, hey, if it's worked out, if everybody handled it and it didn't cause too much drama, having babies that young, because that's what, 3 generations? What am I doing? I'm so shit today. There was no point going in there in the first place. All right. Misgendering yourself is not a crime yet. Ah, right. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. So let me think. Great grandfather. That's you have a kid who has a kid who has a kid. Yeah. 3 times. So if you had a kid, you were busy during the rave era. Right. Your Exodus, were you? I just missed that. I caught kind of the end of it. I used to hang out in a pub, which was supposedly is where the Exodus movement was formed. But, well, I don't know about that. And I don't want to dox myself either. Well, I don't live there anymore, but I used to live in Bedfordshire. And there was apparently a pub there where a lot of the Exodus stuff was organized. And then it got completely transformed and became a real ale pub. And you would think that was lame, but actually the people who drank there were fucking funny. You probably have some kids somewhere. Well, to the best of my knowledge, I only have one. Although I almost had another one, actually. But it's kind of a sad story. Don't trust Filipinas until you get to know them. Not a face value, anyway. Get to know them first. That's all I'll say. It was huge here in Holland as well. Everyone was, yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, rave culture was absolutely colossal in the UK, in Europe, everything. I mean, it was a real deal, like everybody was on it all the time, on everything. Hang on a sec. Come on, you slags. Get in the bottle. There we go. You, thank you. I'm just thinking now. Wait, hang on. I haven't got the thing yet, have I? I need the glove, don't I? Yeah. Haven't got it, dickhead. Get out of my way. Yeah, like, I know everybody was on the fucking rave scene. You know, the radio stations, like, even just the, like, general pop music was, like, rave shit on every station. I remember sitting in, like, my friend's mum's car when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And again, this is when I was just being exposed to jazz, really, and classical music that I was starting to learn to play on piano. And everything was da 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 da. It was the 90s as fuck, you know. But now, actually, I sort of, if I'm out and I get to DJ for a bit in one of the bars, which I've never anymore, I'm playing 90s stuff, and everyone, like from every country who's an expat in the Philippines, will come up and go, "Oh yeah, man, I remember this is a banger." And they're right, absolutely right. Great times. You play drums, do you? Yeah, I was classically trained to play piano. In fact, actually, it's kind of funny. I know I'd say, like, I don't really bring it up that much, but Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, was absolutely instrumental in the formation of my entire life. to illustrate what I'm trying to say, the Superman 1 movie, I was so obsessed with that when I was about 3, 4, 5 years old that, and my dad was on tour, so he wasn't around that much, but he was around more than that suggests, but he wasn't, you know, always around. And sometimes my mom would get very lonely and bored, and she'd take me out to like a car boot sale or something to just try and find something to entertain us. And I think one time she found a little electric keyboard, and she bought it, and then spent like the next sort of couple hours working out the Superman theme tune on a keyboard. And then I apparently really took to that and wouldn't stop playing the Superman theme with one finger. So she asked me if I'd like piano lessons. And I was just trying to be a good kid. I was like, yes, of course, Mummy, that sounds great. Didn't know what I was getting into. 18 years later, or 14 years later, I passed my grade 8. And I did nothing with it, really. Played a few gigs with my dad, actually, I suppose. I did go to Croatia and some places like that. On tour with him when they needed a pianist. And then the year after that, my mate asked me if I wanted to join his band, who were headed to the Philippines. So, by that reckoning, if I hadn't watched Superman 1, if I hadn't watched, I am one of those annoying people who's a bit multi-talented. I can kind of do everything artistic and creative. Yeah, if I hadn't watched Superman 1, I would never have come to the Philippines. So my daughter wouldn't exist. I love chaos theory. It's really interesting to think about. Just got to do a little bit of concentrating here. Come on, you're nearly done. All right. Come on. Done. Pussies. Oh, right. I didn't even need to do that, did I? Ha! I had the key. Theremin is a lovely instrument. Yeah, one small decision changes the course of your future. It's the butterfly effect, of course, yeah. If my dad hadn't, for example, gone on a tour, I think to Germany or wherever, which of course means that somebody else had made a decision that affected him. You know, you can go on like this forever. I find this fascinating. frankly. Somebody's decision to hire a band and that band be a jazz band, you know, meant my dad had a gig, so my mum and I were alone. So we went out and I loved Superman, and we had certain friends who had recorded it on VHS for me so I could watch it as many times as I wanted. And it's just crazy. Just the shit that like causes the other shit. And ultimately now there's a whole person that would never have been born otherwise. It's amazing. Welcome to my brain. This is what I talk about when I don't have anything to talk about. See? Stick to topic, Will. We don't need chaos theory and philosophy. But like most sort of creative people, I'm slightly obsessive. So that's why I end up doing what I do. Oh, I don't even have to hit them? I forgot. La 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 la. Hey, you. Damn it. Give me them. Bitch. Okay. Bit of this. That. This. That. Hello, sorry, I didn't realize this is happening. Artooleetoo, that's okay. That's all right. We're just having a chill. Chill of the fans. We've been talking about... Well, we talked about Rev. We talked about a few things. Then we got into 90s stuff. Music. The Spice Girls. Boobs. 90s celebrities that we fancied. Kind of like that. Oh, man. I can't hit him for shit. Oh, I'm going to run out of magic. Damn it, I'm a terrible shot. Fuck this. I'll just hit him the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, they do that. I forgot. Come on, you little bastards. Ah, oh, damn it. Come on. Die already, you fuckers. Jesus Christ, they go on, don't they? Uh-oh. And I'm rusty as balls. Don't let me die. It's too embarrassing. I've been playing this game since I was a little shit. Alright, there's one. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Come on. You're too fast now. Oh, I can get hit like that? Oh, he's got aim. Oh, dear. Oh, well. That's why you have fairies. Damn, man. I don't remember dying on them for a long time. Come on, you pansy. Get out of there. There you go. Oh, well. Live and learn. Should have remembered that, though. Oh, well. Am I immortal? No. I'm not immortal. I have a fairy. There you go. Look at that. 2 hours. If I'd done nothing but play it, I would definitely have got the Master Sword by now. Or I'd be stuck on that stupid third boss with the tail and knocks you down the damn hole. What a prick. Yeah, you guys right ahead and let everybody know when there's a stream coming. I did message everybody in the Discord earlier, and I put out a community post, but that's relying on YouTube, so you can't really do much about that. Anyone remember It Girl Tara Palmer Tompkinson before she passed? She passed away? Tara Palmer Tompkinson. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah. Is that what she was? An It Girl? I thought she was like Posh or something because she had a double-barreled surname. Tara Palmer Tompkinson. Oh yeah, no, she was a bit fit, wasn't she, in the beginning? Yeah. Who did she hang out with? She was like connected to royalty or something, wasn't she? Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Right. I think I was still kind of a kid when she was active. My dad played lead guitar, says Andy C, in a local band called The Undertakers in the late 60s, early 70s. Biggest thing he did was open for Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. I was always so proud of him for that. That's cool. My dad gave Dave Gilmour some guitar lessons. He wanted to play jazz, allegedly, but gave up. Yeah, my dad was like fame adjacent, but he never quite made it out of cult status, which actually I'm kind of glad of, because it would have given us a very different life. But there you go. I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes, but because I have got to get on and it is getting a bit late now. But this has been fun. Just chatting shit. And yeah, if any of you do feel like splurging I think something like $12 for the top tier, you can get a link. I will send it in one of various ways, and you can join me. Come and jump in and have a chat on the panel when we do this next month. I've been frantically busy trying to dramatically shake up my work rate since I had so many interruptions the last 2 years, like extended interruptions. It's been really kind of humbling. But now I'm batching. I'm basically doing all my recording Monday to Friday, maybe 5-6 videos a day, depending on what's happening. It does mean that some videos I record on Monday ultimately don't go out till Sunday, which is actually what happened this past week. I think the what was it, CD Projekt Red video that didn't even go out until Sunday, and I recorded it on Monday because it was chaos between the Ubisoft shit, like every day another thing about Ubisoft, then State of Play, then Ghost of Yote, then oh my god, then Dragon Age, Veilguard, and just one thing, and then Alyssa Mercante and Smash JT, and that fucking bitch. At least he got the last laugh, though. Well, the latest laugh. We'll see how it develops. But I'm obviously behind him. He knows well that he has got my sword or whatever, and any information or evidence that I might have, I'll be happy to share with him. OBS, no, OBS is easy. OBS is super duper easy. I drew everything you see on my channel, and animated from the picture of me and the logo, everything, literally everything that you see I made. So there's that. If you don't want to do something that complicated, you can probably get ChatGPT to make you an overlay these days. Yeah, OBS is very simple. You can learn it in about a day. You just need a camera feed, an audio feed, and then what I have is my frame. I can show you. Hang on. Just give me a second, and then I'll wrap this up. I gotta get that done. Let me see if I can find this. I'll open my folder that I keep all my shit in. Where are we? Nope, not that one. I think it's video production overlays. Yeah. So I like made these various overlays that you see when I'm doing my videos. I just went into Photoshop, made them bit by bit, and then I just made one that doesn't have anything here, overlaid it in one scene, and then made another scene. Oh, you mean make it link to the stream? There is a way to do that, but I don't do that. I use StreamYards. It's just simpler. It costs like 25 quid or dollars a month. But if you're just appearing on someone else's streams, literally they will just send you a link. You click on it, and then you are in this interface where I am. You won't have any control, but all you need is a camera and a mic. You wouldn't need OBS at all. You can use OBS to stream. You get basically, if you want to stream to YouTube using OBS, you do it with a code, a stream code or something that you can get. I'm pretty sure OBS tells you how to do it. Google will tell you how to do it. I've done it once, but I don't use it anymore because I just use StreamYards. Because I have people on the show, so I need to have StreamYards. But if you're just going to stream by yourself, you can use your own, exactly the same as recording a video in OBS. Just you link the account to YouTube via the streaming code or something like that. Streaming pin, I can't think what it's called. It's pretty simple though. I'm sure you can figure it out. Yeah, it's a simple Google search, just like literally how to connect OBS to YouTube. And then you just go into OBS and click stream instead of record, and you're good. You might want to tweak some settings because OBS has, I don't know how you've got it set up, but it has settings for streaming as standard, or you can of course customize everything yourself. But when you first boot up OBS, it asks you what you're going to do, whether you're going to be recording more or streaming more, and then it tries to optimize for that. But there you go. Yeah, happy to help. It's always great to have more people. Yeah, just do that. Exactly. Private a stream, and you just watch it back yourself, see how it works. It's all pretty easy. I wouldn't worry too much about it. And you can always delete it afterwards if you don't like it, so no one will ever know. Yeah, no way. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Yeah, if you do decide you want to join the next stream, let me know. Obviously, just join up for the membership tier, and then I'll make sure, because I'll obviously know, and then I'll put out probably a community post next month on the day of the stream with the link to StreamYard, and anybody who has that membership tier will be able to see the community post. But then I'll probably DM people as well if anyone expresses interest. Anyway, this has been a laugh. It's nice to have a little bit of a chill. Instead of frantically trying to cram as many topics as possible, Monday's a good day to do this kind of thing because for me, there's no news yet. I won't get to see what Monday's news is until Tuesday morning for me. So there's that. A video should have come out a few moments ago. If you want to watch that, you can go right ahead, and there'll be another one out in about 3 hours time, and that'll do for Monday. Got 2 more queued up already for Tuesday, and of course this 9 o'clock US and Philippine time. Tomorrow we've got WTF Live with Ryan, and I guess probably not Rev, but well, hope springs eternal. Anyway, hope you can make it. We'll be chatting about whatever the hell has happened this week, some of which I've already covered, but not all of it yet. But for now, I guess I'll sign off, and appreciate all of you coming for this member stream. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like, and we'll take it from there. But until then, chat to you next time.
And if you have a problem with that, come me physically, bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, because they're all pussies.
Yep.